वंदे गुरुपदद्वन्द्वं भक्तबिंदसमन्वितं श्रीचैतन्यप्रभुं वन्दे नित्यानन्दसहोदितं श्रीनन्दनन्दनं वन्दे राधिका चरणोदयं गोपीजनसमायुक्तं बिन्दावनं मनोहरम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्यश्च पतितानं पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयितगिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। बिन्दावै तुलसीदेव वै पिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति पदे देवी सत्तवत्त्वयि नमो नमः। नारायण नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयो मुदीरये। संकीर्तने कृष्ण कथोपदेशे गौरीयपत्रस्य प्रकाशने च सदानुरक्त गुरुभक्तियुक्तो भक्तिप्रमोदाक्ष जगोद्वरुण्य ध्येयं सदा परिभवग्नमभिष्टदोहं तीर्थास्पदं शिवविरिञ्चनु तं शरण्यं। वेत्तात्तिहं पनुतपाल्भवाद्दिपूतं वन्दे महापुरुषते चरुणारविन्दं। यत्पादपल्लवनखचन्दमनिच्छटाय विस्फुरजित किमपि गवोऽधु स्वदर्शि पूर्णानुरागरससागरसारमूर्तिः साराधिका मयि कदा कृपां करोसि। श्रीकृष्णचैतन्य प्रभुनित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तबिंद श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौरभक्तबिंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। आजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकाबदातो संकीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताक्षो विश्वाम्बरौ द्विजभरौ जुगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। नमामि गंगे तव पादपङ्कजं सुरासुरैर्वन्दितो दिव्यरूपं भुक्तिं च मुक्तिं च ददासि नित्यं भावानुरूपेण सदा नरानं। गंगातरङ्गरमणीयजटाकलापं गौरी निरन्तरविभूषी त्ववामभागं नारायणो प्रियमनङ्गमदापहारं वाराणसीपुरपति भजवीशनाथं। वागीशजुष्वदने लक्ष्मीर्यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ति हृदय संवित् त्वं सिंहमहं भजे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। लब्ध्वा सुदुर्लभमिदं बहुशं भवन्ते मनुष्यमर्थदमनित्यमपीह धीरः Turnam jatetana patid anumittu yavat nisriya saya visayaha kholu sarvatoho shat labdhva sudurlavamidam bahusham bhavanti manusyamarthadamanitamapi hadhiraha Turnam jatetana patid anumittu yavat nisriya sayo visayaha kholu sarvatoho shat Gauriya Goshtipati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Paramahamsa Jagadguru said that there is no way to get rid of karma, dangerous karma, fearful karma. Gauriya Goshtipati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Paramahamsa Jagadguru said that there is no way to get rid of material karma, dangerous karma. What do you mean by karma? Personal sense gratification mood and any efforts towards that end is called karma. Always there is one effort to get self-gratification. This is called karma. And to run towards this end is very dangerous. If we seek the satisfaction of the Supreme Lord, wholeheartedly, that is called bhakti, and to seek the self-satisfaction, sense gratification is called karma, or bhakti. Prabhupada speaking, it is the duty of those jivatma, those who are the amsa of Bhagavan, what Bhagavan already told in Gita, Mamaivangsha jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. Mamaivangsha jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. It is the duty of all jivatma to serve that Purna Vastu, because they are coming from him. Mamaivangsha jiva loka jiva bhuta sanatana. Purna Vastu, to serve Purna Vastu, you will have to go up to the level of full consciousness, Purna Chaitanya Vastu. Because jiva is amsa, and that Purna Vastu, seva, is the duty of all jiva. To show aversive mood, towards this Bhagavad Seva is very dangerous, because this is the only reason for why we are thrown into the ocean of Maya. To get rid of this kind of klesha, to get rid all this kind of klesha, to get rid of this Maya, we will have to serve the lotus feet of those Nirmatsar sadhu, about which in Bhagavatam we can find Nigamakalpatarur galitam phalam sukhamukhad amrita deva samyutam. This Srila is there. After that it is written, Srimad Bhagavat is the property of those Nirmatsa sadhu. Nirmatsaranam satam. Nirmatsaranam satam. To serve those Nirmatsa sadhu is our duty, and then we can get rid of any klesha, trouble, and we can get free of material torture. In this material world, in this material world, to serve those pure devotees can help us to get rid of this prema virodhi, kam, which is anti. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is written clearly, it is written very clearly, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writing, Agyan tamer naam kohiye koitab, dharma artha kam mukha adi eishab, তার মধ্যে মোক্ষ বাঞ্ছা কৈতব্য প্রধান যাহা হইতে কৃষ্ণ ভক্তি হয় অন্তর্ধান. After that reading, it is written, অতএব কাম প্রেমে বহুত অন্তর, কাম অন্ধতম প্রেম হয় নির্মল ভাস্বর. Clearly in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is written, to seek the satisfaction of Krishna. Atmasukh vancha, dhare kam naam. Ar Krishna sukh vancha, dhare prem naam. Externally, both are the same. Externally. But internally there is infinity different. So this way, if we can serve Aprakita Kamdev, Prabhupada speaking, if we can serve Aprakita Kamdev, then we can get rid of material karma. There is no other way. When one bonded soul running towards karma, if there is any impediments, then it can be converted into krodha. My personal effort to run towards sense gratification, if somehow, if I get some barrier, impediment, then it can be converted into Krishnendriya Prithivancha Tare Kohi Prem. Atmendriya Prithivancha Dhare Kam Nam. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writing, Atmendriya Prithivancha Dhare Kam Nam. Krishnendriya Prithivancha, Atmendriya Prithivancha Dhare Kam Nam. Ar Krishnendriya Prithivancha Dhare Prem Nam. অতএব কাম প্রেমে বহুত অন্তর, কাম অন্ধতম প্রেম হয় নির্মল ভাস্বর. We have no idea, we have no smell of kam, prema. We don't understand. If we can serve the Aprakita Kamdev, then we can get rid of Prakrit Kama, which is going to disturb me, throw me, going to, into the ocean of Maya. any doubts left at the time of my death, when I am going to die, leave my body, if any doubt, suspicion left in my life, then I will have to take bath. Agguscha sabdadhanuscha samsayatma vinashvati. Those who are having doubts, inevitably they are going to get destroyed. So in the name of approaching a Sadhguru Vaishnava, if we like to do some drama, then problem can be there. We cannot get rid of Maya. Big problem will be there. Who can save us? Who can save us from Maya? The sloka we started with, going to give us warning. Labdha sudurlabhamidam bahusambhamante manushyamarthadam anittam adhiraha turnam jatetana patid anumattu javat nisriyasaya visayaha kholu sarvatoha sat. After countless death and birth, for infinity period, finally we are getting this human birth. This is unstable, is sure. But still, this human body can give us success. Still that human body can give us success if utilized in a scientific way. Full success. Lavamatto sadhu sange sarva siddhi hoy. In the commentary, Bhaktivinoda Thakur or Prabhupada both writing, sarva siddhi means whatever siddhi you need can give. What to speak about other siddhi, even prem siddhi. Prem siddhi also can be there. Labhamatto sadhu sange sarva siddhi hoy. So after countless cycle of death and birth, one jiva getting this human body, though we know it is unstable, but still capable to give Purna Siddhi, opportunity of Purna Siddhi. That is why those who are Dhira, Dhira means not tranquil, Achireno Dhira, that Dhira means those, their mind is almost settled, Dhira, they understand the jugglery of Maya, that their settlement is there, Dhira. So it is the duty of those Dhira to achieve the absolute Mangal without wasting time. This kind of foolishness should not be there. I mean, to run the risk of again death and birth. It is very easy for all jivas to enjoy material life, even those beasts and birds, aquatic element, everybody can enjoy their life. But to achieve their absolute prema, which is very urgent, we should try our best without wasting our time. That is the main thing I was thinking. That is the main thing. You can remember I was discussing yesterday I was discussing Krishna never contact Jahan Krishna taha nahi mayar adhikar. Surely Mayadevi cannot get any scope to get in touch with the Supreme Lord, because Maya is staying that side of Viroja. No question. To get in contact with Mahavishnu. Krishna never consorts with his illusory energy. Still, her connection is not completely cut off from the Absolute. That is the main thing. We should remember this point. Many sloka from Brahma Sangita I wanted to quote. Evam Jyotinamaya Devaha Sadananda Paratparaha Atma Ramusya Tashyasti Prakitvana Samagamaha Mayaya Orama Manasyo Na Bhyogastayasaho Atmana Ramaya Reme Tvaktakvalam Sushikshaya, etc. I discussed already. Krishna never consorts with his illusory energy, Maya, but still her connection with the Supreme Lord, with the Absolute, cannot be denied completely. Has some indirect connection. When he intends to create the material world, what is confirmed in Upanishad, Eko aham bahushvam. I am alone, I like to become many. When he intends, when he desires to create the material world, the amorous pastime in which he engages by consorting with his own spiritual chit potency Rama, by casting his glance at the deluding energy in the shape of sending his time energy, Kal, sending his time energy in an auxiliary activity. The illusory energy has no direct contact with Krishna, that we repeatedly confirmed. In Bhagavatam also, first canto, it is written about Vyasadeva Goswami. About Vyasadeva Goswami it is written, Vyasadeva Goswami watching Bhagavan, when his everything settled, is going to concentrate on the lotus feet, Bhagavan. That time Vyasadeva Goswami could see Bhagavan, and backside Mayadevi shrugging her head, bending head downwards. After that, he could see Mayadevi. Anyhow, he could see, but Mayadevi not coming in front of Bhagavan, backside. The illusory energy has no direct contact with Krishna, but has got indirect contact. Vishnu, who is lying in the Karan Sagar, Vishnu, the prime cause lying in the casual ocean, Karan Sagar, the plenary portion of Maha Sankarshan, who has his seat in Mahavaikuntha, the sphere of Krishna's own extended transcendental pastime, cast his glance towards the deluding energy Maya. About Vasudev Goswami we already told. How Vasudev Goswami concentrating, after that watching everything. Maya cannot come. So, his glance towards the deluding energy, the explanation here I can so Bhakti Yogena Manasi, about Vasudev Goswami, it is written in Bhagavad Mahapuran, Bhakti Yogena Manasi Parinhita Amale Apashat Purusham Purnam Mayancha Tadavasrayam. What speaking? Bhakti Yogena Manasi Pranihita Amale Apashat Purusham Purnam Mayancha Tadavasrayam Jaya Sanmohitam Jivaha Atmanam Trigunatmakam Paro Opi Manote Anattam Tatkitanchavi Paddate. The illusory energy has no direct contact with Krishna, but has got indirect contact. Vishnu, the prime cause, lying in the casual ocean, the plenary portion of Maha Sankarshan, who has his seat in Mahavaikuntha, the sphere of Krishna's own extended transcendental pastime, cast his glance towards the deluding energy. Even in casting his glance, he has no contact with the deluding energy, because the spiritual chit potency Rama, chit potency, internal energy Rama of Vishnu, Rama then carries the function of his glance as his unpolluted, even submissive potency. The deluding energy as the deluding energy as the maidservant of the spiritual potency, Rama, serves the manifested plenary portion of Godhead consorted with Rama. The time energy, Kal, Khovito, Kal, Mahakal, time energy representing the force of activity and instrumentally of Rama. Hence there is found the process of masculinity or creative force, virya. The secondary process of association with Maya is described in the following way. First of all, I told this explanation. Evam jatinamayo deva sadananda paratpara atma ramasyatta shasti prakritva samagama. I already evam jatinamayo deva sadananda paratpara atma ramasyatta shasti prakritva samagama. So this way, Rama Devi, the spiritual Antaranga Shakti, what Bhaktivinoda Thakur told, what is Maya, to clarify this point, Bhaktivinoda Thakur speaking, that internal potency of Bhagavan is Chit Shakti, is confirmed, but except that outside that Chit Shakti internal potency, it seems that another energy is there. But without that internal energy, that existence of that energy cannot stay. I mean Rama Devi, I mean internal potency. Parvatic reflection of that internal potency we are accepting as Maya. Srishti Sriti Palaya Sadhana Sakti Rekha Chayeva Jatsya Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga Ichchanu Rupam Api Jasya Cha Chestate Sa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This way. So, evam jatinmaya devaha sadananda paratparaha atma ramasya tasyasti prakritvana samagama. After that, Brahma Samhita speaking, mayaya orama manasya na viyagaha staya saho atmana ramaya reme takto kyalam sushikshaya. This way, we can find that strange procedure going on, and yesterday I was discussing about Niyatihi Sarama Devi Tatpriya Tad Angsham Tada Tad Lingam Bhagavano Shambhur Jyoti Rupaha Sanatana Yayuni Sa Parasaktihi Kamo Bijam Mahadhare Niyatihi Sarama Devi Tat Priya Tat Vasham Tada Tallingam Bhagavano Sambhur Jyoti Rupa Sanatanaha Sajoni Yayoni Sa Parasakti Kama Bijam Mahadhare. This portion should be clarified little bit. This should be clarified little bit. Here it is written, that the Rama Devi, the spiritual Chit potency, beloved consort of the Supreme Lord, is the regulatrix of all entities. The divine plenary portion of Krishna creates the mundane world, At the time of creation, there appears a divine halo of the nature of his own subjective portion, Sangsha. This halo is divine Shambhu, Jyotirlinga, Shambhu, the masculine symbol or manifested emblem of the Supreme Lord. This halo is a dim twilight reflection of the Supreme Eternal Effulgence. This masculine symbol is a subjective portion of divinity who functions as progenitor of the mundane world, subject to the supreme regularistic. The conceiving potency in regard to mundane creation makes her appear out of the supreme regularities. She is Maya, the limited non-absolute opera potency, the symbol of the mundane feminine productivity. The intercourse of these two brings forth the faculty of perverted cognition, the reflection of the seed of the productive desire of the Supreme Lord. Thereby we like to give the inner meaning. Bhagavan Sri Krishna there in Golokdham, from there outside there is Chaturbhuha, there is Sankarshan. After that down Vaikuntha Jagat there is also Sankarshan. Everything coming from Sankar. Balaji Maharaj is the Mool Sankarshan, who is non-different from Krishna. Mool Sankarshan. Sankarshan possessed of creative desire is the subjective portion of Krishna taking the initiative in bringing about the birth of the mundane world. When Krishna like to create that desire translated into that Sankarsana, we like to develop aprakito kama. Sankarsana possessed of creative desire is a subjective portion of Krishna taking the initiative in bringing about the birth of this mundane world. Lying in the casual water, casual ocean, as the primal Purusha Avatara, he cast his glance towards Maya, limited potency, Maya. Such glance is the effect, such glance is the efficient cause, such glance is the efficient cause of the mundane creation. Shambhu, the symbol of masculine mundane procreation, is the dim halo of this reflected effulgence. It is a symbol which applied to the organ of generation of Maya. The shadow of Rama or the divine potency, internal potency, whatever you say, in the first phase of the appearance of the mundane, the first phase of the appearance of this mundane desire created by Mahavishnu is called the seminal Birjo, seminal principle of Mahat, or the perverted cognitive faculty. It is this which is identical with the material principle ripe for productive activities by the help of Joni and Linga. The conception going to underline, Prabhupada speaking, the conception underlining it is that it is the will of the Purusha who creates by using the efficient and material principles. Efficiency is Maya, or the productive feminine organ. The material principle is Shambhu, Upadan Karan. The material principle is Shambhu, or the productive masculine organ. Mahavishnu is Purusha, or the dominating divine person wielding the will. Pradhana, what is called Pradhana? Pradhana, or the subjective principle. Pradhana, or the subjective principle in the shape of mundane entities is the material principle. Nature embodying the accommodating principle is Maya. The principle of the emblemed will, the principle of embodied will bringing about the intercourse of the two is the dominating divine person, Purusha, subjective portion of Krishna, the manifester of the mundane world. All these three are creators. The sheet of amorous creative desire, originally there in Goloka, here is the embodiment of pure cognition, the sheet of sex desire to be found in this mundane world, which is dirty, filthy, is that of Kali, etc., who are the shadow of divine potency. The former, although it is a prototype of the latter, is located very far from it. The sheet of the mundane sex desire is a perverted reflection in this mundane world of the seed of the original creative desire. The process of the appearance of Shambhulinga is recorded in the 10th and 15th sloka, already there. So, Niyatihi Sharama Devi Tat Priyat Tat Vasham Tada Tallingam Bhagavanu Shambhur Jyoti Rupo Sanatana Ya Yonihi Sa Parasakti Kamo Bijam Mahadhare. Kamo Bijam Mahadhare. Point is that all offspringing, all offspringing of the consort of the great Lord Mahavishnu of this mundane world are of the nature of embodiment of the mundane masculine and feminine generative organs. Just comparison, nothing else. Vishnu Puran also writing so many things. Nityaiva sa Jaganmata Vishnaho Sri Ranupayini Yatha Sargagato Vishnus Tathaiveyam Dijottamaha. The full quadrantal expansion Chaturbhuha, the full Chaturbhu expansion of the Supreme Lord is His Majesty, nothing but. They are no other than Bhagavan Himself. Of these, the tri-quadrantal expansions of unlamenting, non-persisting and non-apprehending situations constitute the magistrates of the realm of Vaikuntha and Goloka, etc. In this temporal realm of Maya, Maya Devas and men, etc. All these together with all mundane worlds are the great magistrates of the limited potency. All those entities are embodiments of the masculine and female organs of generation by the distinction of efficient and material causal principles. Or in other words, they are produced by the process of sexual intercourse, like in the material world. Because the male and female organs of generation Mahashwari Puja, they are produced by the process of sexual intercourse. Because the male and female organs of generation between, they are produced by the process of sexual intercourse between the male and female organs of generation. It is usually seen here. All the information that has been accumulated by the energy of the science of this world possesses the nature of sexual co-union. Trees, new sentence, trees, plants, and even all insentient entities are embodiments of the co-union of male and female. Otherwise, where from come? the future that is of the feature that is of special significance is that although such expressions as the generative organs of male and female are indecorous, yet in scientific literature those words. Why Lingojani, this is a technical term, we should not accept this wrong way. So, expressing the above mentioned principles are exceedingly wholesome and productive of abiding value. Indecorum is merely an eternity pertaining to the external customs of society, but science, and especially the highest science, cannot destroy the true entity by defense to social customs. Wherefore, in order to defend the sheet of mundane sex desire, the basic principle of this phenomenal world, the use of these identical words is indispensable. By the use of all these words, only the masculine energy or the predominating active potency and the female energy or the predominated active potency are to be understood. Lingojanyatmika yata ima maheshwari prajaha. This is explained. Shaktiman Purushaha jo ayam linga rupi maheshwaraha tasmin avir abhud linge mahavishnur jagatpati. Follow. In the transcendental atmosphere, where spiritual majesty preponderates, there is present see Narayana, who is non-different from Krishna, Mahasankarsan, subjective plenary facsimile of the extended personality of Sri Narayan, is also the divine plenary portion of the purgatory embodiment of Sri Krishna. By the power of his spiritual energy, a planetary subjective portion of him, Krishna, eternally reposing in the neutral stream of Virat neutral stream of Vairaja, forming the boundary between the spiritual and the mundane realm, cast his glance at creation unto the limited shadow potency, Maya, who is located far away from himself, not even question of any content. Thereupon is called Sambhu, Lord of the Pradhana, embodying the subjective principle of all eternal entities, who is same as Rudra, the dim reflection of the Supreme Lord's own divine glance, consummates his intercourse with Maya, the efficient, mundane, casual principle. Follow. But he can do nothing independently, but he cannot do anything independently of the energy of Mahavishnu, representing the direct spiritual power of Krishna. Therefore, the principle of Mahat, or the perverted cognitive faculty, is produced only when subjective plenary portion of Krishna, which the prime divine avatara, Mahavishnu, who is the subjective portion of Sankarshan, himself, the subjective portion of Krishna, is propitious towards the active mutual endeavors of Maya, Shiva's consort Shakti, and Pradhana, or the principle of subjective mundane casualty. Pradhana means the complete possibility of creation, nothing else. Agreeably to the intimative, agreeably to the initiative, of Mahavishnu, the consort of Shiva creates successfully the mundane ego, the five mundane elements, Khiti, Apotej, Modbam, the five mundane elements, bhutas, Khiti, Apotej, Modbam, bhutas, which, space, etc., Khiti, Apotej, Modbam, their attributes, arthat, tanmatras, and the limited senses of conditioned souls, jivas, the constituent principles is the form of pencils of effulgence of Mahavishnu, are manifest as the individual souls. This will be elaborated in other chapter number 10. The Lord of the mundane world, Mahavishnu, possesses thousands of heads, eyes, sahasra sirsha, purusha, sahasrakya, sarasvabhada, ittadi. The Lord of the mundane world, Mahavishnu, possesses thousands of heads, eyes, hands. Thousand means not thousand. Thousand means anginat. It is beyond our calculation. He is the source of thousands of avatars in these thousands of subjective portions. He is the creator of thousands of individual souls. Creator doesn't mean he is going to create. He is eternally present. But still, the term we are using because no beginning. He is the creator of thousands of individual souls. Jivatma can never be created. It is eternally present. When we start the word creation, then we develop some, whenever we are using this term, then immediately we develop some finite conception. Immediately we develop some finite conception, wrong conception. Because we are having some limitation in this material world. We cannot conceive anything which is not there in our experiences. That's why naturally whenever you see finite conception, jivas are coming, but there is no starting point. There is no starting point. But still we are using this word. Vibhuvastu. In Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami writing, the love affair between Krishna and Gopikas, there is no limitation, there is no accommodation, but still increasing. It is the extreme point we see. It is the extreme point of Paratattva, but still, extreme point doesn't mean the end point. Extreme, we are using this word, but still it is extended towards infinity again. This kind of terminologies, we must try to realize. Otherwise, we cannot realize anything. Limited senses of conditioned souls, they have some restrictions. The constituent principles in the form of pencils of effulgence of Mahavishnu are manifest as the individual souls. I mean all jivas, chinmay, about those it is written in Vedanta, Gunat Alokbhat. Gunat Alokbhat. Qualitatively is like light, but not light. So, the constituent principles in the form of pencils of the effulgence, at present also, when in school, their teachers, they are trying to teach people about light, one pencil ray, they are calculating as an individual source. This will be discussed in details after. The Lord of mundane world, Mahavishnu, possesses thousands of them, I already told. Om Sahasra Sirsha, Purushaha, Sahasrakya, Sahasrapada, etc. He is the source of thousands of, I already told. He is the creator of thousands of individuals, not the creator means we are using because everything coming from Bhagavan. But there is no starting point. Jivas are eternally present, and Bhagavan eternally present, all eternally present. But still, he is the creator of thousands individuals. I mean, we can say this way, technical term. Mahavishnu, the object of worship of the hymns of all the Vedas, is processed of an infinity of senses and potencies, and he is the prime avatara Purusha, the source of all avatars, because all avatars are coming from Garbhoduka Sai in each and every Brahmanda. The same Mahavishnu is spoken of by the nature of Narayan also in this mundane world. From that eternal person has sprung the vast expanses of vast expanse of water of spiritual celestial ocean. From sweat, this ocean created, casual. The subjective portion of Sankarshan, who abides in Pradyumna, the subjective portion of Sankarshan, who abides in Pradyumna, the above Supreme Purusha, with thousands of subjective portion, reposes in the state of divine sleep, Yoga Nidra, in the water of that spiritual casual ocean. Yoga Nidra, divine sleep, we are using, but we should understand the meaning. Yoga Nidra is spoken as ecstatic trance, which is of the nature of bliss of the true subjective personality. The above mentioned Ramadevi is Yoga Nidra. The above mentioned Ramadevi is Yoga Nidra in the form of Yogamaya. The spiritual seeds of Sankarshan extending the pores of screen of Mahavishnu are born as so many golden sperms actually, are born as so many golden sperms. These sperms are covered with 5 great elements. The prime divine avatar, the prime divine avatara lying in the spiritual casual ocean is such a great affair that in the pores of his divine form can spring up countless from so the prime divine avatara lying in the spiritual ocean, casual ocean, is such a great affair that in the pores of his divine form, springing up myriads, countless seeds of the universe, myriads of the seeds of the universe. This series of universe are the perverted reflection of the infinity transcendental world, region, transcendental region. There we say Sahasra Sirsha Purusha Sahasrakya Sahasrapa Sahasrabahur Vishvatma Sahasrangsha Sahasrashu in is Brahma Samhita. The same Mahavishnu entered into each universe as his own separate subjective portion, the divine portion that extends into which universe are possessed of his mystic expansion. As for example, they are the eternal universal soul of Mahavishnu, possessing thousands of heads. Here thousands mean countless. Here thousand doesn't mean it has some limit. Mahavishnu lying in the spiritual casual ocean is the subjective portion of Mahasankarshan. He entered as his own subjective portion into those universe, those individual portions of all represents the second divine Purusha, who is Purusha lying in the ocean of conception and is identical with Mahavishnu because from there coming in every respect. He is also spoken as divine guide from within of all, Antaryami. The same Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left limb, Brahma, the first progenitor of the beings, from his right limb and from the space between his two eyebrows, Shambhu, the divine masculine manifested halo. Tadromo bila jaleshu bijam shankar sanasya haimandani yatani mahabhuta tu. What? Tadromo bilo jaleshu bilo jaleshu bijam sankarsanasya haimani andyani yatani mahabhuta tu. Kshirodakasai Vishnu is the Basti Antarjami, staying inside the heart of everybody as super soul. After that, I started discussing yesterday about all location of this Vishnu Lokas by the desire of Bhagavan appearing in this material world is very excellent because Jivas can get the scope to get in touch with their Aprakrita Jagat if they are developing bhakti. Because Aprakrita Jagat eternally present, we cannot go. That's why within this Brahmanda, where there is special Vishnu Loka Samuha, all scientific discussion, here I already started yesterday, I wanted to go back again. So about Vishnu it is written, Talloka Padmam Sha'u Eva Vishnuhu Pravivishat Sarva Gunabhavasam Tasmin Swayam Vedo Mayo Vidhata Swayam Bhuvam Yam Sma Vadanti Shabhut. All I discussed. Yo Vishnuhu Pattate So Asau Khiram Bodhi Shayo Mataha Garbhodasayinahastasyo vilasatvat munishwarai narayano virad andaryami chayam nigaddati. After that I already told what all clue we can get from Vishnu Puran. Vishnu dharmattara Vishnu dharmattarad ukta Vishnu dharmattarad ukta ya purjo andayam madhataha shanti Vishnu prakasanam ta kattate samasata. After that, Kiradisai Vishnu, who is staying inside everybody as Paramatma, Super Soul, within this Brahmanda he is expressing some vibhuti, his loka, his kshetra. So in Vishnu Dharmattar Grantha, in Vishnu Dharmattar book, within this Brahmanda, Kiradisai Vishnu, Vilas Murti, and what different kind of puris, scared places are there that we like to identify. So, Vishnu dharmatvarat ukta ya puryo ajando madhyataha shanti Vishnu prakasanam tva katvante samasataha. Yatha different location of those Vishnu, Vaibhav Vibhuti expressed by the Paramatma, it is located. First of all, I already discussed yesterday, but still I like to discuss again, because apparently it is confusing. Rudroporistad aparaha panchayuta pramanataha agammaha sarva-lokanam Vishnu lokoha pakarthitaha. What speaking? Hear me. Vishnu loko paristad aparaha. Vishnu dharmattarad ukta ya puryo ajando madhyataha shanti Vishnu prakasanam ta kathante samasata. What all are the vibhutis expressed by Kiradisai Vishnu? So, location, identification, Rūpa Gosvāmīpāda writing from Vishnu Dharmattar, Rudro paristad aparaha panchayuta pramanataha agammaha sarvo lokanam Vishnu lokoha pakartitaha tasyo paristad brahmandaha kanchanoddipti sangyutaha merastu purva diga bhagi madhye tu lavano dadhi Vishnu loko mahano praktaha sa lilantarasam stitaha Vishnu loko mahano praktaha sa lilantarasam stitaha tatru swapiti gharmante devadeva janardanaha Lakshmi sahayo satatam seso paryankamasthitaha Merascha purvodig bhage madhe khirarnavasya Khirambu madhaka shubhra devashanya yathapuri Lakshmi Sahayos tatraste sheshasana prabhu. This way, yesterday already I discussed, but still I like to discuss more. Tatrapi chaturo masano shupto tishtati varshikano tasmin avachi diga bhage madhe Khirarnavasyatu jojo nanam sahasrani mandalaha panchabingshati sheto deepataya khyato deepaha paramashovanaha naraha surya prabhas tatro sitangshu samadarshana tejasa durnirekhasya Devanopi Jadava. Yadav. What written? Tatrapi Chaturo Masano Shuptot Tishtati Varshikano Tasmin Avachi Digo Bhage Madhe Khirarnavashatu Jojonanam Sahasrani Mandalaha Panchavinshatihi Shetad Dipastaya Khyato Deepaha Paramasovana Naraha Suryo Prabhastatro Shitangshu Samadarshanaha Tejosa Durnirikshasyo Devanam Upi Yadava. So within this Brahmando, it is all description given. All description given. In Brahmanda Purana it is written, Sheto Namo Mahan Asti Deepaha Khiradhiveshritaha Laksho Yojana Vistaraha Surammaha Sarva Kanchanaha Kundendu Kumudo Prakshwair Lor Lokat. Now, it is written, Sheto Namo Mahanasti Deepaha Khiradhiveshritaha Laksho Yojana Vistaraha Surammaha Sarvo Kanchana Kundendu Kumudo Prakshwair Lolo Kallolo Rasivihi Dhauta Malo Silo Petaha Samantvat Khiro Baridhe. Now, writer, Rūpa Gosvāmīpāda, wanted to describe the glorification of the Shetodip, and first of all saying that Vishnu, he is Kiragaskai Vishnu, he is, Vaibhav. So, within this Brahmanda, though we know eternal present, Golok, Vaikuntha, everything, but here, according to the desire of Bhagavan, also we bonded soul have the facility to worship that Dhamma also appear here. So, from Vishnu Dharmottara, our Rūpa Gosvāmīpāda writing within this Brahmanda, what all are the Vaibhavas expressed by Vishnu, Khirodakasa Vishnu, that all we like to point out. And first of all, Rudra Lok, just up above Panchayuto Yojan Paramita, that means 50 Panchashat, 500 Lakshmo Yojan Paramita Vishnu Lok. Though calculation given, but calculation not applicable. All Vibhu Vastu. Okay. Which can never be measured. So, but still, Parimito, Vishnu Name, Sarvaloko, Agammo, one loka is there. That Vishnu above that Vishnu Lok, that Vaibhav of Khirodakasa Vishnu, his temple or whatever Dhamma, above that, Mahan Vishnu Lok, above that, there is Shumeri Parvat, eastward direction, there is Lavan Samudra, salt lake, Lavan Samudra, in between there is within water, Jalamuddhe, there's a very bright, very bright, like, Suvarna, like gold, very pure gold, shining, Jyoti, Diptosali. That Mahan Vishnu Lok is situated there. What I say? Above Rudra Lok, there is 500 lakhs Jojan Vishnu Lok situated, Sarvalokir Agamyo, Sarvalokir Agamyo, they cannot go there. And that Vishnu Lok above, there are Sumeru Parvat, eastward direction, there is Salt Lake, Laban Samudra, in between water, there is as bright as a bright sun, gold. That Vishnulok is situated there. That Vishnulok is situated there. That Lok, Vishnulok, Sandarsanatha Seshtikatha, you can remember, I like to remind you, when our Earth Mataji, Prithvi Ma, when our Prithvi Ma was feeling disturbance so much by the torture of those demons and Rakshasas, she was feeling very sorry. We can remember she was crying. So, finally, she was taken with all demigods headed by Brahma, Sankha. They went. There was one aerial voice, they started praying. But finally, they could hear one aerial voice. They could not see. Brahma started worshipping that Tattva with Purusha Shukta mantra. But he also could not hear. So it is impossible. Brahma also coming down to take darshan of that Murti, Kherodasai, where in the water there is one bed of Anantadev, Shesh, Kirabdisai Vishnu, Lakshmi Devi messaging the late of Vishnu, and from Asad Mas, Rathayatra, Ekadashi, after Rathayatra, from there up to Kartik Ekadashi, before Kartik Purnima, that much time, 4 months, Ananta Sajjai, he is sleeping. His sleeping is not like us. His sleeping is not like, he is absorbingly with Yogamaya. People think Yoganidra. Our sleeping is nothing but expression of Tamaguna. But Bhagavan is sleeping is not like that. So, that Vishnu, what I identify, location, is staying in the water. And for Ashar Ekadashi, Shayan Ekadashi, up to Kartik, Uttan Ekadashi, Bhagavan is saying there, Ananta Sajjai. And the eastward direction or that Sumeru Parvat, the eastward direction of that Sumeru Parvat, there are Kherodugosai, there is Kherodugosai, I mean milk ocean, Kherodugosai, Kirambu Madhye, Shubhra Namni, there is one Puri, like Jagannath Puri, na? There is one Puri which is known as Shubhra Namni, another Puri is there. There Bhagavan, Vishnu with Lakshmi Devi, Sheshanag Upari, Upaveshan Kuriyate, is sitting there. In some kalpa, there also, in some kalpa, in some or certain kalpa, there also, in a year, Shravan Adi, Kartik, Shravan, Bhadra, Ashin, Kartik, Shravan Adi, Kartik, 4 months, there also Vishnu sleeping. Location is different, I already told. In the eastward direction, there is Khirat, the milk ocean. There in between there is one Puri, which is called Subranamni. There also Sri Vishnu staying with Lakshmi Devi on Shesho Shojya, but a bed is Seshnag. In Samkalpa, there also in a year, Savan Bhadra Kartik, Savan Bhadra Ashin Kartik, 4 months, Bhagavan sleeping. That within that, there within that Kira ocean, in the south direction, there is Panchabishada, 500 yojan, 500 yojan, 500, Vinshati Sahasra yojan, 500 Sahasra yojan parimito, 500, 1000 yojan parimito Setadip. We are going to develop finite conception, but we should not do it. Vibhu Vastu, like Gambhira Mandir, Kavi Karnapur writing, Gambhira Mandir externally looks to be very small place, but it is Vibhu Vastu, Kavi Karnapur writing how possible the thousands of people, how accommodated they are coming to take darshan of Prabhu. So externally Gambhira Mandir is very small space, short space, limited place, but still it is Vibhu Vastu. So that Akira Sagar, milk oceans, southern direction, 500,000 yojans. 1000 yojan parimito Setadip. It is very beautiful palace of Vishnu. There is one Iceland. And there, all people, I mean those who are inhabitant, people I cannot say, people is the word here applicable. I mean there, those who are the inhabitant of that place, they are emitting light sun god. But still no burning effect you can feel. Like the soothing effect in the sunlight we are feeling that you can get. He Jadava Borjo, Bajru, He Jadav Seshto, their body effulgence, by the power of their body effulgence, Indradi, Indro, Varun, Vayudev, all, their eyes cannot bear. Their eyes also cannot, they are demigods, but still their eyes cannot bear the strain, eye strain, they develop eyes. They feel hypnotized, oh, so nice. So, I like to recite again, you see, again in Brahmanda Puran, there also this kind of description you can find. Also in Brahmanda Puran also, it is written within milk ocean, there is lakhs of yojan extending one, Kanchanmay, golden types, Shet, the name is Shet, one, Shuramma Mahadev, there is one Iceland, and that Iceland, Khirbarir, Kunda Pushpo, Chandra Kusum Sadrisho Taranga Samodhara, they are decorated with different kind of waves, playing there. Different kind of names, Kunda Pushpo, Chandra, But the philosophy is that, like these waves in the form of pushpa going to touch the lotus feet of Sutadev. Sutadev is not different from Bhagavan. So Bhagavan is not different from his Dhamma, Nama, Parikar Vaisitto, Taranga Samudaya. Paridhauto is washed up. The beach line is washed up and all full up with all so nice stone like jewels all around. So I like to recite again for your kind information. Tatrapi chaturo masano shuptotishtati varshikano tasmin avachi digabhage madhye khirarnavashyatu jojonanam sahasrani mandalaha panchavinshati Shetodipataya kyato dipa paramashovana naraha surjo prabhavastatro shitangshu samadarshana tejasa durnirikshascho devanamopi jadava. In Brahmanda Puran, Sheto namo mahanasti dipa khiraddiveschitaha Laksho jojana vistaraha suramyo sabakancanaha kundendu mukundo prakshair lolo kallolo rasibhi dhauta malo silopetaha samantat khiravaride. It is written all nicely. So, we should recite very properly. I already told from 3rd canto, 8th chapter, this portion given, Rupa Goswami what to do, quote, again I am reciting what I discussed, again I like to recite. Talloko padmam shahu eva vishnu pravivishat sarvagunabhasam Twasmin swayam devomayo vedomayo vidhatva swayam bhuvam jangsma badanti shabhut. Again, talloka padmam shahu eva vishnu pravibhishat sarva gunabhasam tasmin swayam vedomayo vidhatva swayam bhuvam Yam sma badanti sha abhut yo vishnu patthate so asho kiram budhi shayo mataha garbodusainas tasyo vilashatvat muniswarai narayano virarantaryami chayam nigadvate Vishnu dharmatvarat pukta ya purvo ajando madhyataha shanti Vishnu prakasanam ta kathante samasataha tatha rudro uparishtat aparaha. What? Rudro uparishtat aparaha panchajuto pramanaha agammaha sarva lokanam Vishnu lokaha parikirtitaha tashu parishtat Brahmandaha kanchono dipti sangyutaha merahastu purvo diga bhage madhe tu lavano dadhe Vishnu loka mahana praktaha salilantara swangsthitaha tatru shapiti gharmanste devadevo janadanaha Lakshmi sahayo satatam shesho paryankama masitaha merascha purvo diga bhage madhe khirarnavasyacha khirambu madhvaga subra devasya anya tatha puri Lakshmi sahayos tatraste sheshasana gata prabhu o tathapi chaturo masano Shupto tishtati varshikano tasmin avachi diko bhage madhye khirarnavashyatu jojonanam sahasrani mandala panchavinshati shetodipataya khyatu deepaha paramashovanaha naraha suryo prabhastatru shitangshu samadarshanaha tejasa durnirikhasya devanam upi yadavaha. In Brahmanda Purana also written, Seto namo mahanasti deepaha khiradhiveshchitaha lakshmo jojana visparaha surammaha sarvakanchanaha kunnendu kumudo prakshvair lolo kallolo rasibihi dhautamala silopetaha samantvat khirobaridehe. Up to this point, we like to stop here, because too much discussion not good, you can also feel tired. So, anyway, I beg for pardon to stop here the discussion, nothing to do. Well, so, the sloka I started with, Labdha sudurlabamidam bahusam bhavante manusham arthadam anittam api hadiraha Turnam jatetana patid anumittu yavat nisriyasayaha vishayaha khalu sarvatoha swat labdva sudurlabamidam bhausham bhavante manusham arthadam anittam api hadiraha Turnam jatetana patid anumittu yavat nisriyasayo vishayaha khalu sarvatoha swat Vancha kalpaturvasya kipa sindhu bhavija patitanang pavanebha vaishnavabhyo namo namaha.